Time in opposition, although I am not opposed to the amendment.
The gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
I yield myself as much time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized for as much time as he may consume.
Mr. Chairman, I'm pleased to join my Western New York colleagues, Congressman Chris Lee and Congresswoman Louise Slaughter, in offering this amendment to require the government accountability study of commercial airline pilot training and certification programs. On February 12th, 50 lives were lost when Continental Connection Flight 3407 crashed into a house in Clarence, New York, 5 miles from the Buffalo-Niagara International Airport. What was to be a joyous reuniting of family and friends became a time of unspeakable grief and sorrow. It is a tragedy our community continues to grapple with today. Last week, the National Transportation Safety Board held public hearings on the crash. The investigation raised the issue that the crew's level of hands-on training and experience with the plane's safety system may have contributed to the crash. Given these findings, we must conduct a comprehensive review of the procedures governing the certification and training of pilots. This review will determine whether our pilots are receiving the training and experience they need to operate their aircraft under times of extreme difficulty and stress. We have an obligation to ensure that they are properly prepared to prevent, respond to, and recover from the emergencies and circumstances they may encounter in flight. This amendment will provide Congress with the information and analysis we need to determine whether pilot training and certification regulations are sufficient or whether they have or should be strengthened. The devastation felt in the aftermath of this tragedy can never be undone, but we owe it to the families of the victims and to all air passengers to learn from this experience and gather information we can use to change the system and improve flight safety. I thank Congressman Chris Lee for his leadership, for bringing this amendment to the floor. This is a good common sense amendment, and I urge its adoption.
The gentleman from New York, Mr. Higgins, reserves the balance of his time. The gentleman from New